The grocery store buzzing with the usual weekend crowd. Tom walking along the alley, casually pushing the cart with his mother's favorite fruit and his father's stacked inside. He wore a simple hoodie and cap, but nothing could hide the aura he carried now, the glow of success, the effortless charm that made every head turn. Came down 2 years ago, just a struggling boy, rejected at every audition. Now he was the nation favorite actor. 2 episodes of his drama had been enough to people to crown him as their heart thief. His face now shining on magazine covers, billboard and luxury brand campaign. Tangshi, a group of girls grinning from the corner of the store, rushing toward him with a sparkling eyes. Oh my god, it's really you? Tong chuckled softly, adjusting his cap before bowing politely. Hello, nice to meet you. Can we take a selfie? Please, just one. One of them asked, almost bouncing on her dress. He glanced at his parents, who were standing a little behind him, with shy smiles. Tom, of course, but if you don't mind, please blur or hide my parents' face. Then you posted. I want to keep them safe. The fans nodded eagerly. Yes, of course, we promise. Tom pulled his mom back closer with one arm each, smiling widely as he leaned in with his fans. The store filled with giggles and flashes as every click selfie, some even asking for his autograph, which Tom signed with patience and warmth. When the fans finally left, waving goodbye like they had just made a pulse, the assembly became quiet again. Tom turned to his parents, only to find his mother wiping the corner of her eyes with trembling fingers. His father clearing his throat, pretending to look the stack of the rice bag, but his eyes were misty too. Tom frowned softly. Oma, Appa, why are you crying? Did someone say anything? His mother shook her head, smiling through her tears. No, Tango, it's just 2 years ago you were running from for audition to audition, facing rejection and rejection. You used to come back down tired, smiling at us, so we couldn't worry. But we knew how much you were hurting, and now look at you. If it wasn't for Shankar to meet you, you wouldn't have been here. His father placed a strong hand on his shoulder, voice low but filled with pride. You are the youngest in our family, and yet the most successful. You have built a name that even we couldn't imagine, and all by yourself. Though your own charm and hard work, we are just proud of your son. Thong throat tightened. He wrapped his hand around his parents into the tight embrace right there in the middle of the grocery alley. Then carried about the people watching. Tom whispered, I wouldn't have made it without you both and Shankuki. Thank for never giving up on me. Everything I have now is because of you and him. His mother buried her face in his chest, and his father patted his back firmly, like sealing silent promise. No matter how high Tom soared, their family and world always remain the strongest foundation. The Kim household was buzzing with the showers that was happening in the kitchen. Mrs. Kim was chopping vegetable, humming under her breath, while Tom stood next to her, sleeves rolled up, trying to help with the seasoning. Mr. Kim saw his son holding the spatula. Hey, Tom, drop that right now. You are not supposed to cook. What if you cut your hand? Do you know how precious these hands are? They are not for chopping garlic. Tom chuckled, lowering his eyes, embarrassed. Appa, it's just stirring soup, not a stunt. I will be fine. Mr. Kim, no, absolutely not. Do you think the nation top actor is going to run his career because of the kitchen accident? Out, out, out. He practically snatched the spatula from Tom's hand. Mrs. Kim rolled her eyes, dramatically muttering under her breath. You act like he is made of glass. Let him breathe. For heaven's sake, it's one minute. Mrs. Kim One meal is enough to scare his finger forever. Look at these hands, perfect for holding awards, not knives. He held up Thong's hand like it was a priceless artist. Thong laughed, shaking his head. Appa, you are overreacting again. But his father wouldn't hear of it. He showed him toward the living room. Go, sit down. You just get ready. Just smile and look pretty when Shankar comes. Let your Roma and me handle the rest. Thong exchanged a look with his mother, who mouthed, hopeless, while still smiling lovingly at her husband. After some time, the doorbell rang. Just then, Mr. Kim quickly fixed her hair. Mr. Kim straightening his shirt, and Thong's heart thumped a little faster than usual, even though he has arrived with Jungkook and still loved and kisses him daily. But this is something new, something not daily happens, and the butterflies in his stomach going fine. Jungkook was standing at the door, holding a small bouquet of flowers and a neatly wrapped card, looking a little nervous but impossibly handsome. Jungkook, good evening. I hope I am not too early. Mrs. Kim's eyes lit up, rushing to welcome him in. Not at all. Come, come, you are just on time. Mr. Kim cocked into his fist, trying to hide the excitement. You didn't need to bring anything. We invited you, Jungkook. Thong, standing a little behind his parents, couldn't help but smile as he watched the scene unfold. His parents were buzzing with energy, fussing over the detail as though they were welcoming royalty. And honestly, with the way Jungkook's presence filled the room, it almost felt that way. The dinner table was filled with steaming dishes. Ty's mom had worked so hard on, and Ty has seeked in help despite his dad's protest. Jungkook sat on the chair beside Thong, trying to balance between polite and relaxed, while Ty kept stealing small glances at him, a faint smile on his lip whenever their eyes met. Mrs. Kim, Jungkook, eat more. Eat more? You're too thin. Don't you look like Bakubi? Or maybe you prefer chicken like Thong? Ty embarrassed. Mom, teasing. What? Am I wrong? You have been eating chicken since you were 5. Jungkook chuckled softly, watching Ty's hair return. Mr. Kim clearing throat, looking directly at Jungkook seriously. So Jungkook, you have been around my son for a long time. Ty's chopstick rose. His mom gave her husband a warning look. The mom continued. Tell me, what exactly are your intentions with him? The table went quieter. For a heartbeat, they saw him nervously, with eyes starting to Jungkook, who set down his spoon, slowly meeting the older man's. Jungkook, soft and firm. Sir, Thong means more than I can ever put into words. He is working so hard to be where he is today, and I don't want to take away from him. I only want to be someone he can lean on when he is tired. Ty looked at him, heartbreaking as sincerity in Jungkook's voice. His mom's eyes softened instantly, while his dad kept his expression unreadable, though his fingers trembled on the table. Mr. Kim, after a pause, good answer. But words are cheap. Young man, action. We will see. Mrs. Kim playfully hits his arm. Stop scaring him. He already looks like a soldier. Interrogation. Ty pouting. Dad, seriously, you always. Dad cutting him, smirking at his son. I'm only protecting what's mine. You are our precious one, Thong. Do you think I will let anyone take you away so easily? Dad, Dad, you don't know about Jungkook yet. How he has protected me from everything. Everything I've been through, he was always there, standing beside me, behind me, protecting me from every harm, every bad eyes. He was the one because of whom I am now at this position. If he wasn't there that day, he hasn't met me, I wouldn't have been here today, Dad. He looked at Jungkook, who was looking at him in shock. He doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. He has done that long ago. He has earned my respect, my trust, my love long ago. And if there's anyone who deserves me, that is this man, Chor Jungkook. No one else. Mr. Kim. Okay, I understand now then. Mrs. Kim. That's why you don't say things when you don't know about that, honey. No, but Mr. Kim. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jungkook. If I have offended you, Jungkook widened his eyes. No, don't say sorry. There's nothing wrong in you asking me to prove because you know nothing about me. And it's quite normal to interrogate a man who is going to spend his whole life with your son. Mr. Kim, thank you for understanding me. He shook his hand with Jungkook with a smile. After the room filled with laughter then, but under the table Jungkook and brushed thighs gently, just a fleeting touch hidden from his parent, but it was enough to send a rush of heat to Taya's face. His dad's teasing still rang in his ear, but for the first time, Taya felt maybe, just maybe, this dinner was the beginning of something real. Tong's parents were in their usual teasing mode, eyes twinkling as they threw playful questions at Jungkook. Mrs. Kim leaned closer with a mischievous smile. So, Jungkook, when are you planning to get married? Jungkook nearly choked on his water, his ears turning red. Before he could stammer out a reply, Mr. Kim raised a hand dramatically. Mr. Kim, no, not anything soon. My son has to earn more success before thinking about marriage. Everyone laughed. Jungkook had gaze landed on Tom sitting beside him. Without anyone noticing, his hands slid under the table and gently wrapped around Tom's. Tom froze and suddenly he couldn't eat. Look at his plate. His parents immediately noticed it. Mrs. Kim, why aren't you eating? Is the food not good today? Mr. Kim frowned. Are you feeling sick? Tom blinked rapidly, trying not to reveal the reason. His heart was pounding because Jungkook's fingers were tangled with his under the table. Tom, I just don't really feel like eating. Jungkook smacked his thumb, stroking a circle against Tom's palm. When, without warning, he picked up Tom's spoon, scooped a bite, and held it to his spoon lips. Then let me help you. Both of Tom's parents stared, eyes very shocked, as Jungkook leaned in and gently fed their son like it was the most natural thing in the world. Tom wanted to sink under the table. His ears had turned red. Mrs. Kim overcovered her mouth in surprise, then broke into laughter. Oh my god, Jungkook, you are treating him like a child. Tom, Mom, Jungkook said back an innocent smile, pretending nothing has happened. Though his hand never let go of Tom. When Jungkook finally finished his plate, Mr. Kim quickly served him more food. Mr. Kim, eat more, Jungkook. You are too thin. You need strength. Tom burst out laughter when Jungkook mounted across the table. Oh my god, what about my diet? His father raised a brow at his son, laughing out of nowhere, but Mrs. Kim only smiled knowingly. The whole scene was chaos, kind of chaos that made the house feel warmer than ever. Mrs. Kim, eat well, Jungkook. Don't be shy. Mr. Kim, yes, eat more. You need strong and healthy to marry my son. His hand tightened on Tom's under the table, and he mouthed dramatically, "Help me." Tom burst out laughing, covering his mouth with a napkin. His parents cocked on instantly. Mr. Kim teasing, "What's so funny, Tom? You laugh like you are sharing some cigarette joke." Tom, "Nothing, Appa." But Jungkook was restless. His chopsticks pulled down, picking up a piece and kimchi and holding it to Tom's lips. Jungkook softly, only for time. "Eat for me." Mrs. Kim, "Oh my, look at him feeding our tongue. I go, so sweet." Mr. Kim pretending to scold. "Here, don't judge. He's still my son. Don't think you have earned the right to spoil him." The table erupted in laughter. Tom ducked his head, ear flaming red, while Jungkook smiled softly, fingers tightening reassuringly around his under the table. Tong's mom knocked softly on the door before peeking in. "Mom, both of you rest well. Don't stay up too late talking." She smiled and left before either of them could protest. The moment the door closed, Tom shakes pressure. He ran a hand through his hair nervously. His mom is just casually making them sleep in front room. Tom whispered, "This feels fear. My parents are just down the hall and we are not even married yet." Jungkook only chuckled looking at the door before sliding into the bed behind him. His arm wrapped around Tong's waist in a back hug, his chin resting on Tai's shoulder. Jungkook teasing, "We have shared a bed so many times already, even done a lot more than just sleeping, remember? What's the difference?" Tong squirmed, biting his lip. "The difference is my parents don't know that. If they find out..." Jungkook pressed a soft kiss on his neck, cutting him off. Jungkook murmured against his skin, "Then I guess we will have to leave." Another kiss, a little slower this time. Or maybe not. Tom turned his head quickly, glaring half-heartedly. "Should I kick you out to the couch then?" Jungkook smacked tightening his arm around. "Couldn't move. Go out and miss the chance to hold you like this? Never." Tom sighed, pretending to be annoyed, but his heart raced. Jungkook brushed on his sensitive spot under his ear, making him shiver. Tom whispering frustratedly, "Stop. We really can't do this. Not here." Jungkook shook slowly, kissing down the cover of his neck, but then buried his face against Tom's shoulder. "Fine. No more teasing. I will just hold you tonight. That's enough for me." Tom turned in his arm, then their forehead brushed in the dim light. His eyes softened. "You drive me crazy, you know that?" Jungkook smiled. "Good, because I'm already crazy about you." They shared a kiss, gentle, lingering, careful not to make a sound before curling in each other's arms. Jungkook sang lasted with tongs under the table. The room was filled with the shuffle of papers and the echo of voice, but Tom was trying his best to focus on the script they had handed him. Jungkook had excused himself just minute ago, murmuring softly in Tong's ear that he would be back soon after taking a call. Tong smiling politely, "Yes, I will take a look at the line." The board member leaned forward, interest and curiosity in their eyes. Board member 1, "Mr. Kim, you must be really close to our CEO." Tong blinked, frowning. "CEO? Who is your CEO?" His innocent question seemed to set off the wave of whisper around the table. Some exchanged glances, while others covered their smile as if surprised. Finally, one of them shook lightly. Board member 2, "You really don't know? Our CEO is Mr. John Jungkook." Tong heart skipped a bit for a moment. He thought he misheard. "John Jungkook? He's Jungkook?" He stared down at the script in his hand, the letter suddenly blurring as his mind tried to process the word. They must have noticed the way his eyes widened, because another spoke up kindly. Board member 3, "It's fine, Mr. Kim. We understand. Sometimes, when it's our loved one, you forgot what they are to the world and only remember what they are to you. That's natural." Tong forced a small smile, his throat tightening, his voice trembling slightly. "Yes, I know. I just forgot because he never acts like CEO around me, so sometimes I forgot." The room chuckled at his answer, but Tong's chest felt heavy. Jungkook never told him, not once. The late night talk, the lazy morning, the moment they made love, never had Jungkook mention it being a CEO of the entire company. Why? Why did he hide something so big? His finger clenched around the script, trying to steady his breathing, but the sting in his eyes betrayed him. He could feel the tears streaming down to spill, and he hated the idea of crying in front of strangers. Quickly he stood up and bowed. "Excuse me, I need a moment." Before anyone could question him, he hurried out of the bedroom. Jungkook ended the call and walked toward the waiting room, only to bump into Taeyong in the hallway. His lover's eyes were red, lips trembling as he looked away. Jungkook, concerned, "Baby, what happened? Why are you crying?" Tong shook his head, trying to walk past him, but Jungkook gently grabbed his wrist. Talk to me, Tae. Tong, why didn't you tell me? Jungkook froze, tears falling from Tae's eyes. That you are the CEO, that you are this important. Do you know how it feels sitting in that meeting room, hearing it from the strangers instead of from you? Do you know how small that made me feel? Jungkook asked him, he keeping down face, his thumb brushing his tears. Tae, I never told you because I didn't want the part of me to matter between us. I didn't want you to see me as a CEO. I wanted you to see me as me, your Jungkook. Tae, voice shaking. But I deserve to know, Jungkook. I should have known. I'm your damn lover. Jungkook pulls him into his chest, holding him tight. You are right. I should have told you. I was scared. Scared you would treat me differently. Scared that this would put distance between us. But I swear, Tae, to me, you are the only reality I need. The rest is just noises. Thong put his face in Jungkook's chest, his eyes, tears soaking the fabric of his shirt. He wanted to stay angry, but Jungkook's trembling voice and desperate embrace made his voice crumble. Jungkook whispered into his ear, please don't cry. Please don't think you are small. If anything, you are the only one who makes me feel like the man. Not the title, not the CEO, just Jungkook. Yours. Tae cried more, but pushed Jungkook a little away. I need time. And he walked away without looking back. Thong rushed out of the building. His chest felt tight, and no matter how hard he tried to blink his tears away, the tears wouldn't stop threatening to fall. How could he never tell me? Jungkook had been by his side all the time, never once acting superior, never once bashing his power, and everyone knew. Everyone else saw him as a CEO, the powerful man. Why was I the only one left in the dark? By the time he reached the park, his heart was caught up but no less heavy. He sat on the same phone bench where he and Jungkook had first met, pulling a small piece of bread from the pocket he had bought on the way. The ducks quickened and waddled toward him, their playfulness making him smile a little. Just like the first time, he whispered, tossing another crumb in the pond. His eyes softened as the memory returned. Jungkook bumping into him, flinching at the ducks, their awkward laughter, their slowly melting into something formal. Lost in thought, he didn't realize someone had sat beside him until a shadow lingered in Thong, turned to glare sharply and defensive, and there he was, Jungkook, holding a cone of ice cream. Like nothing in the world was wrong. Jungkook, you want some? Jungkook asked casually, as though they hadn't just had a storm between them. His bunny-like eyes blinking innocently, fading. Thong didn't bother replying. He snatched the ice cream right out of his hand and took a huge bite, cold sweetness numbing his tongue, but doing nothing to achieve in his chest. Jungkook let out a tiny laugh, rubbing his back of his neck. I guess that's a yes. The duck quickened louder. Noticing Jungkook now, they walked closer, head snapping for attention. Jungkook froze as he stared at them like they were tiny monsters. Thong noticed and raised a brow, almost a music, despite being sad. Still scared of them? Before Jungkook could answer, one particularly bold duck waded a little too close. Jungkook let out a startling sound and without thinking grabbed Thong's hand. Let's go. And just like that, he tugged Thong up and runs away. Thong stumbling, still holding the half-eaten ice cream, his free hand trying to keep balance. The two of them running laughing, while Thong tried to fight his own smile. When they finally stopped, breathless, they found themselves standing right in front of the seafood truck where they had shared their first meal together. Thong crossed his arms, puffing out his cheeks little. Feed me, I'm hungry, he demanded in a cute, angry way. Jungkook looked at him, patting his chins. My pockets are empty. He showed his hand dramatically. Thong narrowed his eyes, glaring at him with that signature pout. Unbelievable. Shaku shook softly at the sun, then slipped his hand inside the jacket and pulled out the black card. He waved it in front of Tom's face. Relax, baby. Did you really think I would let you stop? Tom tried to stay mad, but the corner of his lip betrayed him, and he smiled a little. Shaku quickly ordered food for the food truck, his hand never leaving Tom's, as if he was afraid he would run away again. When the food came, they sat at the little wooden bench nearby, the same place they once shared their first awkward conversation. This time, though, there was a hesitation. There was no hesitation. Tom opened his mouth and Jungkook fed him fries one by one, his eyes sparkling as if it was the most precious sight. Tom, you're enjoying this too much. He uttered shakes sitting. Jungkook leaned closer, pushing his thumb over the corner of Tom's lips to wipe away the smug of sauce. I can't help it. I'm in love with you. Tom froze, his fries forgotten, his heart pounding so loud his whole Jungkook could hear it. The playful moment melted into silence, heavy with something deeper, and soon he sighed, continuing to eat from Jungkook. The glass door of John Corporation slid open. He'd immediately turned it. Tom stepped inside, his every moment commanding the room, sunglasses elegantly on his nose, his coat brushing against his tall boots, his son tiny hand in his. The little boy carried the same proud smile as his parents, bouncing with every step, clearly used to this routine of visiting a bus company. But today felt different. Employees bowing, whispering in awe about how breathtakingly their boss has been looking, while Tong simply tilted his chin higher, the picture of elegance and power. Jungkook's empire was also his now, and everyone knew it. Their son giggled, swinging his small bag. Mommy, Appa will be surprised today. Smiled softly. That's the boss husband, and the little here, they look so much alike. There was a time when we insulted him. Now look where he is. And here we are, still struggling with jobs and all. Tong Chin tilted up higher, a proud smile on his lip. His son mirrored it perfectly, puffing out his cheek with a kind of pride only a child who knew he was deeply loved could have. But just as they reached the elevator, someone stumbled forward, falling on Tong's feet. Tong, please forgive me. Please hire me back. The man cried desperately, clutching at his boots. The lobby gasped. Tong's sunglasses slid down the bridge of his nose, revealing sharp, piercing eyes. His smile vanished instantly. Kai? Security rushed, ready to drag the man away, but Kai wasn't budging. His voice shook as he clung tighter. Please stop. I was stupid. I was an idiot. To wrong you, Tong. Don't let them take me. I have lost everything. Please. No one is hiring me. I am in need of money and food. Please, Tong. Please. Tell boss to hire me back. I won't make the same mistake again. Just talk to the boss. He listen to you. I will do anything. At that, Tong's son tugged at his hand, frowning. Mommy, who is this man? Why is he touching you? Tong turned down slightly, his coat swinging elegantly as he placed a protective arm around his wall. He looked coldly at Kai. This man, he said, staring directly at Kai, is someone who once tried to make me believe I wasn't enough, who laughed at me when I was at my lowest, who wanted me to grovel for scraps. Knit down closer. But now, Tong tried his head toward the reception desk where Jungkook had just stepped out of the exclusive elevator in a black suit, eyes softening instantly when they landed on his husband and son. Now, I don't grovel to anyone because the man who owns this empire, Tong said, straightening tall and taking his son's hand again. Choose me, and I prove it. This man wrong. I prove it I am worthy of everything. The lobby murmured, gasping. Jungkook walked toward them slowly, this aura commanding, every step echoing with authority. He stopped beside Tom, brushing his hand along his back in silence assurance before glaring down at Kai. Jungkook, you dare to touch my husband? Jungkook's voice was calm, lethal. Kai flinched, stammering. I was just, I didn't mean. Jungkook, get him out. Jungkook ordered without raising his tone. Security finally dragged Kai away, his desperate pleas fading into a distance. Jungkook, don't you dare to let him enter again. Thong turned slightly, adjusting his sunglasses, smirking as if brushing them off his boots. Thong looking down at his son. See, baby, that's what happened when people try to disrespect your mommy. The boy giggles, clutching Thong's hand tighter. Jungkook, watching the scene, laid it down and pressed a quick kiss to Thong's temple in front of everyone, murmuring softly enough that only he could hear. And that's why I'm still in love with you, son. Me too. I love you too, mommy and daddy. Kai and Jungkook both smiled at each other and then pulled him in their arms, pampering him with kisses.